everyone, welcome to another Dice Tower unboxing. I'm Joey Evans, and today we are taking a look at Queen by Midnight. Pretty excited about this. First of all, the artwork grabbed me and the fact that Critical Role is involved in this. Again, those two things I'm pretty excited about. So we are actually going to unbox this and see what is in this box by Darrington Press. And let's read it right here. All right, the Midnight Queen is dead. As her kingdom weeps, the Queen's dying command was to invoke the Rule by Midnight, a 24-hour trial of combat and guile, where the princesses of Twelvefold meet in secret to battle and scheme against one another. All right, so apparently it's like a deck building game, kind of take that. So let's see what's inside. Again, artwork in this is one of the reasons I'm pretty excited to see it. Because it is, I don't know if you can see just by the cover, but this, sorry, on the screen, but this right here, the artwork is just gorgeous. And this is kind of embossed here. So let's open this up and see what we got in here. There we go, nothing on the inside. Let's take a look at the rule book. Okay, shows the setup. Everything's really well laid out. See, this always, I don't know what the gameplay is, but it kind of has a dice thrown feel to it too. I'm not really sure any similarities besides just the look of the player board and all. All right, basics, gameplay. Here we go, into the round, and then into the game. And tells you a bit of backstory on the characters. Tells you what kind of fighting style they have. And you got some assembly instructions there at the end. And that's for that big tower in the middle. All right, there we go. So now let's take a look. All right, so this is what I was talking about as far as it gives you a dice thrown feel. Again, probably nothing like dice. Obviously, it's not because it's no die rolling. But I do like this artwork and the different player boards and the feeling of that. So let's open this up. And let's take a look at these. Here we go. Rosaline. Hephaestus, the Light Breaker. Freya, Blood of the Tower. Earden, the Gilded Champion. Bosno, Hand of the Seven. Dr. Lux, Scholar Supreme. All right. They also have stuff on the back here, different gameplay, strings, weaknesses. Nice. All right, there we go. Those are kind of the player boards, and this is how you assemble the clock, which we're not going to do here, obviously, but by the time we actually review this, we will. I'm going to poke one of these out just to feel the quality of it. Feels really nice, really good. And again, artwork on this is going to look beautiful there on the table. There we go. A bit closer so you can actually see up close this artwork here. All right, more of the clock. And then we've got our little tracker here at the top. All right, closer to the coins. And we have got 3 of these. All the coins on here, the track along the top. All right, and then this again shows you the setup, how to put it all. Looks like you've got some sort of player aid that's going to be next to the clock. Draw deck. It's like everything's really organized there. This is, wow, this is really heavy duty cardboard here. Oh, look at oh, this just makes me happy. I don't know why, but let's take a look at these little gears. Oh, look at this. Look at this. That's really nice. Wow, it just makes me want to put it together. And then you got a couple more gears inside of here. Is that just one gear? It is just one gear, one very thick gear. There we go. Man, I'm being a clockmaker. I want to be a clockmaker. All right, then we've got these little pegs that go in the center, going to help you with assembly. You use the different player markers here. Looks like little pawns right here. Dice. And little cards. All right, now as far as the cards go, we're not going to open up all the cards, but we are going to open up enough so we can kind of see the artwork and see what everything looks like. Here we go. All right, here are the smaller cards. Open these up. There we go. All right. Here we go. Let's take a look at some of the artwork on the smaller cards here. Card quality is very nice. There's show you the backs of these. Looks like for each character. Nice. Again, card quality is great. Artwork is great. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the artwork through here. There we go. Yeah, that one probably my favorite as far as just art style. I like that look, I like the light on that. All right, and now let's take a look here. Open these up. What do we got? Inner circle. A little more oversized cards here. And right here. Dream Dragon. Okay, Cruelty of the Circus. I saw that. That looks good. All right, and now let's open up. Got a small pack right here. Not sure what's in these. Again, I'm excited to see the artwork on this. Take a look here. All right, we've got War Chest. This one thinner than the other ones, but still feel really good. Look at this one here. Wow. All right. And now, again, not going to open all the cards, let you kind of explore those on your own, but just kind of to show you what is in the box. Here we go. All right, here we go. We got Payback. Let's read one of these. Let's get to a good one here. Intimidating Stare. An opponent must discard one card from their hand. Gain 2 clout. Okay. Iron Will. All these are they're all the same except for the different text in there. Channeling Crystal. If this card is in your armory at the start of your turn, gain 2 clout. I like that. Arcane Bombardment, Security Protocols. There we go. Okay. You know what? Let's just go ahead and open one more of these, shall we? Here we go. I won't open all these, but let's just open one more. These do look like they're very similar here. But open this up and then see what kind of artwork they have in there. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Backs are going to be the same. All right. Again, same type of, it's a little bit thinner. Blackmail. Corrosive Poison, Fruitful Gift, Hypothesize, that's a fun word. Natural Selection, 1,000 Cuts, Ouch, and Blood Sap. All right, so there we go. And we'll put these right here. So that is it. That is everything right there for Queen by Midnight. There we go. We're going to go ahead and place this aside. And now I've got one more thing that we're going to unbox. Slide this over here. There we go. And let's see here. Next we are unboxing Uluk. How do you pronounce that? Uluk. 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 We'll say Uluk. That sounds more fun. Kickstarter edition. The miniatures included. This is by, it's like Hexy Studio. All right, so read it. Elders say that our world is a fruit of the sacred Uluk tree. No humans have ever stepped on this magical land, and you are the leaders of its hunter-gatherer tribes of sentient animals. All right, there we go. That's what we got here. Let's open this up and see what we got inside Uluk. Uluk, here we go. Open it up. Da-da-da-da. All right. All right, nice little animals here. There we go. Then on the inside, recipe book. Recipe book, so I guess, yeah, this is more of the instructions in Goal the Game. Game components, main board, try boards and pawns, game setup. All right, lots of small text in here. Looks like there's a lot going on. Ecology phase, feeding phase, cleanup phase. Got some into the game, then you got some solo rules right here. Different iconography explained. Kind of wish they put the iconography on the back, but You never know. All right, let's take a look. Now, first off, inside here, we've got the board. Unfold the board. Ooh, here we go. Let's show you this. Look at the artwork down there. Nice. All right, got a little key right there to the top. All right, folds up, and you got the scoring track around the outside. All right, there we go. There's the board, folds in really nicely. Then it looks like these are going to be different player boards for different players. You've got the different characters that appears down here. Yeah, right there. Right over here. Okay. All right, there we go. There's the player boards, and now let's take a look at the coins. Or the punch outs here. All right, and these again, punch out very easily. See the artwork on these. And show the backs. All right, these, yep, punch out very, you know what? I don't mind they punch out easily. Said that before. Otherwise, you're ripping them. Different artwork, consistent on everything. Then you've got different player markers. Show the backs. Okay, there we go. Bags go right here. Let's take a look at the cards first before we dive into the minis. There we go. See if there's an easy way to open this. Should come up with a very easy way to open cards. Oh, I think they did. These are pretty easy. All right. Good card quality on these. There we go. Different artwork. Ah, those are wicked looking bows. That's actually a wicked looking hook too. All right, net. All right. Different items here. Got more of a net, cards, the bowl. Here are the backs of them. Looks like that's going to be food. Crafting. There we go. Okay, all right, so those are some cards in there. And now let's take a look at these miniatures. Okay, looks like they're screen printed. This one might not show up very good on screen. Let's grab a different one here. Here we go. There we go. I do like these, how they come already printed on there. No stickers to put on. Realize you get it wrong, then take it off. Hope it doesn't rip. Put on again. This is nice. This is the way to go. He's still not showing up. Let's get one of the gray ones out of here too. Ooh, and the little player markers. There we go. I'm going to show you these. Little player markers in here, and then you've got... There we go, the gray piece right there. All right, so big bag of those. There we go. And then these big guys. Let's open up and take, oh, these got some weight to them. Look at the front and back of this. Nice, they do have a lot of weight to them actually. Surprising. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, very nice. You've got several of those right in here. All right, so that is it. That is Uluk. Uluk? Uluk. All right, right here. So those are 2 unboxings for today. All right, see you guys later. Bye.